Hey everybody, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today we are continuing our Noirvember Fusion series by watching the film The Big Sleep. Now, first things first, before we jump into it, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And if you're interested in exclusive MWM content, then please check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, but you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying a movie ticket? Currently, movie ticket donations are not only being used to support the channel, but also our new editor, Zach. So if that is something you're willing to support, head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany. And speaking of Zach, I have linked all of his social media down in the description. He has been such a huge help in getting all of these videos out to you in a timely manner. Please show him some love, give him some thanks. Check out his YouTube channel, Zank Films, and his Instagram, which is linked down below. Thank you, Zach, so much. The Big Sleep was released in 1946, directed by a favorite on this channel, Howard Hawks, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, with other notable performances by Martha Vickers, Dorothy Malone, and John Ridgely. All right, everyone, at this point, we're going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. So since its conception, The Big Sleep was a vehicle meant for Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. After the success of their first film, To Have and to Have Not, which we have reacted to on the channel, Warner Brothers studio head Jack Warner wanted no time wasted in getting the dynamic duo into their second film. Warner called on director Howard Hawks to create another smash hit for the dynamic duo. Hawks had his mind set on a detective novel written by Raymond Chandler since it was so popular amongst its readers. Hawks bought the rights to the novel for $20,000 and sold it to Warner for $55,000, which was like what, a $35,000 profit? It's pretty badass, to be honest. Once the project was greenlit, Hawks' next course of action was to find a few screenwriters to flesh out a screenplay for him. After reading her novel, No Good from a Corpse, Howard Hawks decided to meet with Lauren Brackett. Now, he would eventually hire her, as well as William Faulkner, on to write their own versions of a script for him. Now, once both scripts were finished, Hawks basically wove both scripts into one final version of a script. The Big Sleep premiered on August 23rd, 1946 in New York City. Needless to say, this film was a smash hit, with an initial budget of $1.6 million and collecting more than double that domestically alone. Alright guys, now on to some interesting facts. Principal photography for The Big Sleep began on October 10th of 1944 on a Warner Brothers backlot. Now the film was set to be complete in November of that year, but unfortunately it was pushed back numerous times due to Bogart's excessive drinking habits. During this time, Bogey was beginning the process of ending his tumultuous relationship with his then wife, Mayo Methot. Is it Matho or Methot? Matho? I don't know. Hopefully I said her name correctly. If not, you guys will tell me in the comments. And this took up much of his time during production. Not long after the end of production, Bogey finalized his divorce to Methot and married Lauren Bacall, which we all obviously know because duh. Warner Brothers wanted to capitalize on the Bogey-Bacall relationship, so they actually decided to call them in after the initial film's release to reshoot new scenes to be put in a new version. Howard Hawks teamed up with Philip Epstein, the co-author of Casablanca, to write even spicier scenes for Lauren and Humphrey. This new version of The Big Sleep was released successfully in April of 1946. And I believe that's actually the one that we're watching today. But if not, you guys can let me know. Honestly, I have no idea because I've never seen this film. With that being said, this is my first time watching The Big Sleep, and I'm very excited to get into it. But before we do, guys, y'all know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into The Big Sleep.
Marlowe. General Sternwood wanted to see me.
Yes, Mr. Marlowe.
And I mean, right in the beginning, we get Bogey, you know? Perfect. No waiting, he's right there.
Morning.
You're not very tall, are you?
Well, I tried to be.
What's your name?
Riley, Doghouse Riley.
She's like,
That's
hi.
a funny kind of name.
Definitely knows what she wants, type of woman.
This is Mr. Marlowe, General.
How do you do, sir?
How do you like your brandy, sir?
In a glass.
In a glass.
I used to like mine with champagne.
I wanted to say I really already love the production design here. There's sort of a maximalist vibe, which makes me feel like whoever this gentleman is that we've just been introduced to lived bigger than life. There's just this really like big, loud sort of feeling that's being told through this production design that I already feel is kind of painting the character of this older man.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Morrow.
Used to work for the district attorney's office. Bernie Olds, the chief inspector, sent word you wanted to see me.
You didn't like working for the district attorney, eh?
Nope, so he got his own little practice.
What'd you want to see me about?
I'm being blackmailed again. I paid a man named Joe Brody $5,000 to let my younger daughter alone.
He's getting progressively sweaty, and that's making me feel progressively sweaty.
Didn't go through the district attorney's office. Who handled it for you?
Sean Regan.
There must be some reason why he isn't handling it this time.
Sean has left me. I was only his employer, but I had hoped that he'd come to regard me as something more than that.
Clearly, he knew more about Sean Regan than Marlowe did.
Gwen Geiger, rare books.
Carmen Sternwood.
Who's Arthur Gwen Geiger? Did you ask her?
No, I haven't the faintest idea. And I don't intend to. If I did, she'd just suck her thumb and look coy.
So she's entwined with a guy named Arthur. Okay, just trying to follow,
Who's this Joe Brody you paid the $5,000 to?
I can't recall. I think he called himself a gambler. My butler, Norris, would know.
Geiger says these are gambling debts.
So many people at play here. So there's a man that's after his daughter, Carmen. This old man there's a man that's after his daughter, Carmen, and he hired a guy named Sean to get Arthur off his back, off of the daughter's back. But then there's also a Brody character that was also hired on. I'm a little confused. Hopefully it comes together, but I think I'm kind of following, but I might not be. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm not.
Mr. Marlowe, Mrs. Rutledge would like to see you before you leave, sir.
And there she is. Miss Becky Bacall. I
You're
mean,
a
they
private
sizzle
detective.
on
They
the
exist to
screen.
accept now this business of Dad's. Think you can handle it for him?
She looks like she's hiding something.
My father's not well, and I want this case handled with the least possible worry to him.
So maybe she's saying, like, report to me so that my father doesn't have anything on his back. So did she sort of unofficially hire him on to do a second job to find Sean Regan? Is that what just happened? So there's sort of two sort of cases happening at play right now? I'm not sure. Oh, A.G.G. Geiger, rare books. Okay, we have a bit of a lead.
Would you happen to have a Ben-Hur 1860?
A what?
Would you happen to have a Ben-Hur 1860?
He's doing, like, the thing that Sherlock does, like, in character type. I love it.
You do sell books.
You
What
do
do
sell
those
books.
look like? Grapefruit?
Love the witty dialogue. Thank you, Howard Hawks. Oh, she had a little hand signal. Did you see that? What you hiding? What you hiding?
I said Mr. Geiger is not in.
Well, I'm already late for my lecture on Argentine ceramics.
They ain't Argentine, they're Egyptian.
You did sell a book once, didn't you? Well, I guess I'll run along.
I love that we got a little bit of his acting skill right there, being sort of a different character. It really is a testament to what he ends up doing in his later career, really getting into like roles you've never seen him in. So it's just a little tidbit of what's to come. I think that's cool.
Something I can do for you?
Would you do me a very small favor?
I don't know. It depends.
Would you happen to have a Ben-Hur 1863rd edition with a duplicated line on page 116?
She's kind of giving him some eye too, like looking him up and down, like, ooh, you know, like you're cute.
Nobody would. There isn't one.
The girl in Geiger's bookstore didn't know that.
I see.
Oh, she's all leaning into him too. She's quite intrigued by Philip Marlowe.
Geiger's in his early 40s, medium height, soft all over, Charlie Chan mustache, lacks a knowledge of antiques and hasn't any.
I wonder if Geiger was the man that walked in when Marlowe was talking to the other bookstore.
Going to wait for him to come out?
Yeah.
It's raining pretty hard.
I got my car.
It'll close for another hour or so.
The eye contact that she's giving him is insane. Closing the bookstore because it's raining. I see you.
We're closed for the rest of the afternoon.
Trying to hint at sensuality without showing it. Smart.
I hate to tell you, but that's Geiger's car driving him. If you ever want to buy a book
Ben-Hur 1860?
with duplications.
She's like, please come back to my bookstore and we can chat some more. Is that Geiger? I wonder how they were able to kind of get this rain shot, if they created rain with a rain machine, obviously, or even if it's even in studio, which it might be in studio. But either way, it's fantastic. There's a woman that went in there. I don't know why, but I'm getting like Rebecca vibes. It's so random, but like the cottage and the eeriness, like definitely getting some Rebecca vibes. Oh, Carmen Sternwood. It's Carmen. Oh, it's a man, and he's dead. She must be drunker than a skunk. What is she laughing about? Oh, got a little hidden camera. Oh, the film's not there. So someone took this pictures and then took the film. Maybe it's meant to signify like something compromising. I don't know.
You're cute.
And you're higher than a kite. What do you know about this?
What?
Mr. Geiger here on the floor.
Oh.
Come on, time to take you home. And they got her drunk, so I don't even know if she knows what's going on. Or maybe she got herself drunk, I don't know. What is he about to find? Because the music is alluding to the fact that he might find something very incriminating. Salter. Oh, some code. Sternwood. Okay, the last name's on there. So it's encoded in something. Oh, little bit of detective work happening here. I mean, obviously he's a detective, but cracking the code on something. Oh, the body is gone. Okay, who had the time to like drag a body? Like somebody really wanted to cover up this crime. Oh, he's trying to decipher that code.
Oh, hello, Bernie. Come on in. What is it?
Does it have to be something?
When a man from the homicide squad just drops in at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Working on a cipher,
I like
huh?
the way he said
Just fooling
homicide.
around.
He said homicide.
You're also working for the Sternwoods, aren't you? There's a big Packard belonging to one of them washing around in the surf off Lido Pier.
The
There's
Packard.
a guy in it.
Couldn't be Regan, could it?
You mean that Irish ex-legger old Sternwood hired to do his drinking for him? That's what I'm going to Lido to find out. You want to come along?
Yeah, I do.
Whenever I think of a Packard, I think, oh man, that family has money. Like cheddar.
See, you got him out. Who is he?
Oh, is that a body?
General Sternwood's chauffeur.
His neck was broken and something hit him hard across the left temple. The wound had already bled under the skin while he was still alive.
The hand throttle on the car is set halfway down.
Thanks, Jim.
So we have all these pieces. That was the chauffeur that they found. Sternwood's chauffeur. So what does he have to hide? Or was he murdered and made it look like a suicide?
Well, I'm back again. Remember me?
Now, see here, what's the big
Take it easy,
idea?
sister. That was only a stall.
Oh,
Come on, Carol.
why are you looking at me down?
You might come back
Hoxian
tomorrow.
dialogue.
Dale, morning early, because it looks like you're moving today. Around the corner, then take it easy.
Joe Brody. Okay, here's Joe Brody, one of the men of this freaking very complicated web. Oh, there's Mrs. Rutledge.
You don't put out much of a front, do you?
Want to see me about
I
Taylor?
feel like he's kind of snuffing her out,
So
like,
you know about that.
Owen Taylor wanted to marry your sister.
But I didn't come here about Owen. You still feel you can't tell me what my father wants you to do?
yeah, what does her father want him to do? I think I missed that, to be honest. It's like so many things happening in this movie. It's hard to kind of keep up.
Well, you better look at this. Messenger brought it this morning.
She takes a nice picture.
I want $5,000 for the negative and the rest of the prints. If they didn't get the money today, I'd be talking to my sister through a wire screen. She said there was a police jam connected
What
with
kind of a jam?
I don't know.
So she's being blackmailed. I feel like she's hiding something. I don't know. Something feels off.
Have you got $5,000 in cash?
No.
Where would you get it?
Matty Mars.
The gambler.
There's a bond between Mr. Mars and the Sternwoods.
How deep are these sisters in? Because I feel like they're into some shady stuff. Asking gamblers for $5,000? I don't know, man. It's getting murky. It's getting hairy. There's like 4 people that we're looking for. Someone's dead. Like, what is going on? This house certainly looks different in the daytime. Oh, it's Carmen.
What's the matter? Couldn't you get in the house? Come on, I've got a key. How much do you remember about last night?
I was home.
I mean, before you went home, in that chair there. You remember all right.
Oh yeah, you definitely remember. Freaking posing for pictures.
Who killed Geiger?
Who else knows about it?
I don't know how much trouble you're used to, but I hope you've had plenty of practice dodging it. Did Brody kill him?
Kill.
Why are you evading my questions, lady? I'm trying to help you. Or is he?
Yes, Joe did it.
He did.
I don't trust her.
You're ready to tell the police he did it, huh? If we can get the photograph he's got.
You mean?
Oh, yes, it's gone. I looked for it last night.
I wonder if this film, The Big Sleep, sort of influenced some of the writing in Chinatown, because I'm sort of getting that vibe, you know, like the 2 sisters and like this PI that's kind of being led on by a family. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know. I don't know, but I really like it.
Brody took it with him. Yeah? Oh, hello, Mrs. Rutledge. You didn't call, eh? Did you get the money in case she does? All right, I'll stay right here until you call.
Yeah, I like that we can hear them versus, you know, sometimes they pretend like they're just talking, but we actually hear the person on the other line. It adds to the realness of the story. Oh, I feel like he has some sort of lead.
Geiger? You said what? Geiger, the fellow with the blackmail racket. I don't know anybody by that name. You're Joe Brody and you don't know anybody named Geiger. That's very funny.
Take it away and play on it somewhere else.
He's like, actually, no, I'm going to come in and talk to you for a second, Joe.
Put it down, Joe.
I like the smirk he has on his face.
Don't get
The
off.
classic bad
I'm
guy.
not a tough guy. Just careful.
That play with Geiger stuff was terrible. Why don't you ask your friend with the pointed toes to come out of there?
Told Joe to watch
And ask
it.
Mrs. Rutledge to come out, too.
What were we conversing about?
Why'd you lie to
What's
me
going
on the
on?
telephone?
I don't need you, Marlo. Will you get out?
Look, Joe, you shot Geiger.
I didn't know that.
The cops don't don't yet. Trouble is, he wasn't alone when you shot him.
Oh, so that's why he blackmailed her into silence, because she witnessed the murder.
Because you had your girlfriend here threaten Mrs. Rutledge with the police. Now, the only way you could have known enough to do that was by being there and seeing what happened.
Who are
Get
you?
the
and what do you
picture,
get out of it?
Joe.
Just a guy who's paid to do
Like,
other
just
people's
commanding. Oh! Who's that?
Stay right there. Here, watch him.
He could easily overpower her with that gun. I don't know why he made her stand his back. Like, what is that gonna do? There's another player.
Take it easy,
It's
Carmen.
Carmen.
You shot Geiger. I
See, look at that.
Get
Now
up,
I got
Angel.
2 guns. What you gonna do?
Pekingese, and now since I'm collecting guns.
So Joe stole the pictures to silence Carmen for whatever. But why did he kill Geiger? Is the question.
I heard the shots and saw him run down the back steps and into the Packard away. He skidded off the road and came to a stop. I came up and played copper. I figured the film might be worth something, so I took it. Last I saw them.
Wait. So okay. So what he's saying basically is like the one that took the picture and shot Geiger was Taylor, Sternwood's chauffeur, who ended up dead in the Packard. So we figured out who Geiger was killed by. We're assuming it's Taylor. But now the question is, who killed Taylor? And what did he know, that made someone want to kill him or stage a suicide?
Maybe you and I can make a little deal.
Go ahead.
Oh! Why did I see that coming? Oh my God. That was Geiger's shadow, Lundgren, that just shot Joe Brody, thinking that Brody killed Geiger, but Brody didn't kill Geiger. I think it was Taylor that killed Geiger. But who killed Taylor? So many questions! Walking cool like he didn't just shoot someone. Yeah, I saw you, buddy.
What do you want?
Where's the gun, buddy? There it is.
Sit in that car, back of the wheel. You drive.
I do like the fact that he always tries to be like sidestep the cops. Whenever the cops are about to get involved, he's like, nope, we're gonna just do something else so he can kind of stay in control of the situation. I like that that's constantly at play in this film.
You got a key. Let's go in.
Who said I got a key?
Oh!
Maybe you need this.
Bring his butt inside, tie him up, and start asking him questions, because he knows something. Is that Geiger? Is he dead? He looks dead. Who sleeps like coffin style, Unless you're like a vampire or just a weirdo.
What did you hide Geiger's body for?
Doesn't have to admit it. Here's his gun.
Oh, he hid Geiger's body.
You're coming too, Phil. I called the DA. He's waiting for us.
Gosh, so who wasn't at this house the night of the frickin' murdering of Geiger? Jeez.
Got Brody with 2 slugs down the street, a dame trying to start a car that didn't belong to her. Boys brought her in and she talked.
Well, your killer's down below, handcuffed. Marlowe got him for you. You're on the air, Marlowe. Tell it to him.
Well, I hadn't heard it. Were you going to say something? Go ahead.
I wonder if that was like a bit of a mess up with the lines. Like the guy that was talking like spoke over a line that Bogey was supposed to say and then Bogey saved it. That's kind of what it looked like. I don't know.
So all you failed to do was to report a murder that happened last night.
I was in a tough spot. I was probably wrong, but I wanted to protect my client. I left out a few personal details, Mr. Wilde.
Why?
My client's entitled to that protection. Captain, your division's got 2 murders, both solved.
Marlowe wants to forget it. It's all right with me if your office takes all the credit.
Seriously. It's like Marlowe helped you out. What are you doing? You're just trying to start random crap. He's just jealous that he didn't get the killers and that Marlowe did. Just saying.
Do you think it's possible to keep the 2 killings separate and keep General Sternwood's name out of it?
Yeah, I think so.
And he ripped it up like it didn't happen.
What happens now? You think there's more to it?
So do you. What's your dope on Regan's disappearance?
Eddie Moore's blonde wife disappeared the same time Regan did.
So what if she ran away with
People would like
Regan?
us to think they ran off together.
Interesting how this is developing even more. I love how all of the characters that they've brought up so far, how definitely have a role in this case. Sometimes, like just in movies in general, like they'll pull out random people that make no sense to the plot, but this plot is very meticulously planned out and every single person in this movie has a specific role to play. And I really like the attention to detail in the script or in the writing,
Dad asked me to give you a check. I hope this is satisfactory.
A lot more than I expected, but welcome just the same.
We appreciate what you've done, Mr. Marlowe. Someday my father would like to thank you himself.
Maybe talk some more about Sean Regan.
Sean Regan. Why did the name like afflict her so? Who is Sean Regan, guys? Oh my God. I feel like he plays such a big role in this. And we haven't even met him. I'm telling you, I'm getting like hardcore Rebecca vibes.
Good evening. Good evening.
Got a butler.
Oh, hello, Eddie.
Hello, Marlowe. Glad you came. Never been here before, have you?
No, it's the first time.
He looks
How much do we owe
so
you?
dapper.
All right, then, I want some information about Sean Regan.
He really cleans up nice. I'm sorry. And he's tall. Stop.
I thought you told me you weren't looking for Regan.
I wasn't then. I just got
But
curious.
now I am.
Regan might be mixed up in this blackmail business.
It was Geiger's own racket.
Well, it's like I took the long trip for nothing. Oh, Eddie, you don't have anybody watching me, do you? I don't like you that well.
I love that Marlo is so in control. Regan has something to do with the maybe, I don't know if he has something to do with the blackmailing.
I want another play.
Something the matter, Mrs. Rutledge?
I'd like one more play, Eddie.
Cover her bet in even thousands.
Wish me luck, Mom.
I love how intimate that got.
Yes, maybe you'd like to drive me home.
Sure.
Are you ready, lady?
The chemistry, the intimacy of the frickin' framing. That was beautiful. My heart was beating a little. I got a little flustered. Let's hope she gets it. Oh.
Number 5, red.
Well, you did all right. I'll get my car while you collect and meet you outside.
Sounds good to me. I just want a buttload of money. Oh, he looks suspicious AF.
Good night.
Either that or he's looking for Mrs. Rutledge. You're not gonna shoot her.
This is a gun, lady. I want that money.
Give her the bag back, buddy.
Tell your boss.
Yes! I can see who's getting ready with that fist.
Nice work, Marlo.
Ready to go?
Yes.
There are some things that you can only act so much before it begins to like show like as the person that's acting, you know? And you see that here with Bogey and Bacall. Like there's just this attraction between them that just shows way past acting.
You like my father, don't you? Why don't you stop?
I told you I was beginning to like another one of the Sternwoods.
Ooh, we got a kiss! Oh my god, their kiss is so good. So much passion. Sizzling! My heart just exploded. So good.
Kissing is all right. It's nice. First, I want to find out what Eddie Mars has on. He let you win a lot of money and then send a man around to take it away from you. You're shaking again.
Take me home.
Smarter than she
Sure I
knows.
will. Afraid that's as far as I'm going to carry you.
Oh my god, that kiss was so good. Thank you for giving us that. I have like goosebumps.
You'll lay off the Sternwood case.
Huh? Who says so?
The DA.
The one who just backed him earlier?
Changed his mind. Who changed it for him?
General Sternwood? He didn't talk to the general. He talked to the daughter, Mrs. Rutledge.
Ah, so he's getting too close. He's getting too close.
There's no law says a man can't work in a case without a client.
Now, look, Phil, I'm just supposed to tell you to lay off.
I know. You just work here.
See, he's getting close now. Now he's about to discover something that they don't want him to discover. Why call a PI if you have a bunch of secrets? He's gonna figure them all out, you know?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Rutledge.
Hello, Marlo. You can stop worrying and call off your bloodhounds. Found Sean. Yes,
What's
he's been in Mexico. An accident of some kind. We didn't get all the details.
I do not trust her. Because first, look, she tells the DA to call off Marlo and his investigation, and now she's saying that they found Sean? No, I don't believe that. I think Marlo should continue digging. Makes no sense. What is this? What is this family hiding? What does Regan have to do with it? I don't know.
Hey, mister, would you please?
Oh, excuse me. Why are you beating up Marlo? What's going on here? Who are you guys? Oh,
This
man.
is just our way of saying lay off.
He's getting close. It's a few licks. You're fine. You're fine, buddy. They played their hand. Now it's time for you to play yours. Hey, it's Rookie from Maltese Falcon.
You the guy that's been tailing me?
Yeah, the name's Jones.
Want to see those guys jump me?
Didn't care one way or the other. Guy's playing a hand, I let him play it. I'm no kibitzer.
Did I just say that? They played their hand. Now it's time for frickin' checkmate, baby. We're in the end game now, boss. All's about to be revealed.
You're looking for something. Will you pay for it?
If it does what? I'm supposed to pay you 2 seats for telling me I'm looking for Regan.
Would you pay it to know where Eddie Mars' wife is?
Think I
Where's
might.
Eddie Mars' wife?
Agnes found her. She'll tell you when she has the dough in her hand.
I love how Agnes is kind of like once Brody obviously was killed off. I love how Agnes kind of took the reins, you know, kind of again going back to the Hoxian woman and how she kind of like took charge of like the Brody's operation. I kind of liked that. It's subtle, but I like it.
I want to know why you've been following that detective, Marlo. Why are you tailing Marlo?
Joe Brody's girl.
What's the matter, Jones? Ain't you ever seen a gun before? Where's Agnes?
Oh,
28, Court Department 301.
Maybe you need a drink. There you are, pal. Drink her down.
it's poison.
So long, Jonesy.
Oh, dang. So to the end, he was loyal to Agnes. I wonder if Agnes is Mars's wife.
You got a girl living there named Agnes Lozier? Somebody just gave out the wrong address. Thanks. Oh, hello, Agnes. This is Marlo. Yeah, he's here.
He's a little indisposed right now. Can't come to the
Can't
phone.
talk to you because
He's
he's
dead.
dead. I got your money for you. Do you want it? I'll be there in half an hour.
He's back on the case, baby. Everything will be revealed. Who was the man that killed Harry? Was that Sean Regan?
Here you are. Here's your 200.
Well, Joe and I were out riding. We passed a brown coupe, and I saw the girl who was driving. She was Eddie Mars' wife. There's a two-bit garage and paint shop run by a guy named Art Huck. That's where Eddie Mars' wife is holed up.
So she had information. She's not the wife. She just had information. Let's hope she told him the right information. Help me. Oh, he's kicking on the door.
You can get yourself hurt kicking on doors.
Cut it out, Art. You run a garage, don't you?
But right now I'm busy working on a spray job.
You got time to fix his tire?
He looks menacing, like he's scary. With the freaking cigarette and the side fedora, he looks like a villain.
Just a spray job. Art's pretty slow. He should have been finished.
Oh! Knocked him out. That's definitely Sean Regan, because he looks Irish. What happened? Where am I? Who are you? Questions.
Oh, you'd be Mrs. Eddie
Answers.
Mars.
That's right.
Oh, and there's Mrs. Rutledge.
Oh, Angel, thought I'd find you here.
Maybe you'd better stop talking.
Where are they?
They've gone down the road to telephone. Why did you have to go on?
Too many people told me to stop.
It was the investigator in him. He had to keep seeing. He had to keep digging, buddy.
I was never in love with Sean, but if I hadn't hidden out here when Sean disappeared, the police would have been certain that he killed him.
You mean Eddie Mars never kills anybody?
No.
He just hires it done.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
You think he's just a gambler, don't you? Ask him when you see him.
She doesn't want to believe that her husband is a criminal.
Who's got a key to these handcuffs?
None that I know.
I'm going to leave you in a tough spot.
It's all right with me.
As soon as I've gone, you count to 20 slowly and then scream.
I will.
Start counting.
All right, start counting. Most epic getaway. Oh, this is like a blackmail. Oh, this is like a blackmailing job. I'm still trying to make sense of it though. Got one gun in the compartment just in case. He looks scared, like he does not do this on the reg. He's such a scaredy cat. Ran for the hills. What a great henchman. Good job. Oh no, not Mrs. Rutledge.
There behind the wheel.
Over here, Canino.
Down you go, Canino. That was so smooth. He's like, try again, buddy.
I didn't have a chance to thank you for what you did back there.
Ooh.
I guess I'm in love with you. What if I told you I killed Sean Regan?
Would you tell the police that?
I will if you take me there.
Oh, maybe that's why she was so freaking scared about it.
We'll all ask the same question. Where's Sean Regan? Why did Eddie Mars hide his wife, make it look like she ran off with Regan? Why did you hide out there?
Yeah, that is all the questions we have. I love that he's sort of like trying to protect her now. But I wonder if she was the killer of Sam Regan. Like, is this going to be spelled out for us? Because I'm still kind of confused how everything comes together. Who's he calling? The police?
Hello, let me talk to Mr. Mars. I want to see you. Why don't you go to the police? Just killed your best boy. Your house? I mean, the one that Geiger lived in? All right. Yeah, just as quick as I can.
Oh, okay. It's like an ambush. So that he can't have any like way to kind of get rid of him.
I got here first, Eddie. Put those scissors down.
You thought wrong, boy.
Regan's dead, all right, but she didn't do it. It was Carmen, wasn't it?
It was
How'd it happen,
Carmen?
Eddie? He said no to Carmen. She gets mad when anybody says that. I've seen her that way.
By the time it was over, she couldn't remember much about it.
Yeah, I've seen her that way, too.
Oh, she did it on a high kick. Like in the Maltese Falcon, his character was always one step ahead of everyone else. And in this one, Marlowe is like very honest. He's like, Mars has been in front of me every step of the way, but this time I'm gonna get him.
What are you gonna do about it? I told you you were smart. Walked in here without a gun. When I went out that door, things were gonna be different.
Love the wide to tight shot, heightens that
I got
intensity.
here first. All right, Angel, get down on the floor.
If anything happens in here, if there's any shooting, you'll just...
What do you think's gonna happen now?
He's like, yeah, I'm on that. You're gonna mess around, you're gonna find out.
Matter, haven't you ever seen a gun before? What do you want me to do? Count three like they do in the movies? Don't go crazy. Jonesy took it better than you're taking. That's one, Eddie. That's two, Eddie.
Two, Eddie. Three for the money.
Don't shoot, it's me,
Dang, didn't even give him time to finish his sentence. Blackmailing mofo. Got him. So Carmen is the one who killed Regan. And then Eddie took advantage of that to blackmail the Sternwoods. And her sister was trying to hide that because her sister knew.
Some more red points for you. Mars. Boy's got him. He killed Regan. I'll tell you about it when I see you. And watch yourself. They may still be outside.
Oh, they're gonna paint the story now. All the loose ends tied up. Oh my. So that's why Mrs. Rutledge didn't want her father finding Regan.
We'll have to send Carmen away. You have places for that.
You've forgotten one thing. Me.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing you can't fix.
Oh my god, the chemistry. So good. Man, that was such a good movie. Wow, they had us on the edge of our seats the whole time. Because I'm like, who is this Sean Regan? What does he have to do with the plot, with the story? Like, wow. And at the end, it was Carmen who ended up killing him in like a drug-induced like high. Or what, like drinking, alcoholic. She was on something, all right? Like, that's insane. And then it makes sense as to the motives or the moves of her sister, you know, always being so nervous about Sean Regan being, you know, talked about. And she was like, oh my God, she didn't want her dad to know that her sister ended up killing him. And then after that, everyone else just kind of came in and was kind of taking advantage of the situation, you know? That was really well put together. I feel like the writing was also it was so meticulous. Every single person in this story had a role to play, and they fit so perfectly into the main plot. You know, sometimes in movies, just in general, not just classics, there's like these random subplots that don't make sense, and characters that you're like, why are they in this? But every single character had a role to play. And I almost feel like whoever wrote this script, it might have been Howard Hawks, but it might have been some other screenwriters. The screenwriters really took the time to write this, you know? And then obviously Hawks took both parts of each screenwriter's separate versions and wove it together, and you can see how well he wove it together. It was really, really beautiful writing. I also really liked the acting on point in terms of Bogey's performance. Obviously he's like the sly fox, all the ladies want him, but he's like so tied to his work and so laser focused on this investigation, and he just takes it to the end, and we're right there with him, you know, learning things as we go. And the thing I liked about his character here versus Maltese Falcon is that he was a little bit more in the dark sometimes. Like, he didn't always have the situation like kind of calculated, and he knew the next move. Like, he was kind of like stumbling his way through it. Stumbling is not the right word, but he was like going through it as he was investigating, you know? I really like that. And it was so entertaining throughout the entire thing. And then of course the chemistry between Bogey and Bacall, like that was just, it was so good. And you felt them on screen. Clearly they're in love. It went beyond their acting, and it was a good idea to do some reshoots where you have more scenes between Bogey and Bacall, because adds to their sort of character, so that when they do have that at the end where they kind of confess their love for each other, it's believable and it makes sense, because they've kind of been alluding to it this entire movie, versus it just being random, like they're just trying to throw love in the mix. It was planned, you know? I think that was so good. And then just the story in general it really kind of played out like a book, you know? Like, you're reading the pages, each page you're turning, you're getting closer and closer to the truth. That's exactly how it felt watching it. So yeah, I really like that they kind of stuck to that. Stuck's not a word. Stuck to that. Overall, I think this was a fantastically made film, fantastically acted. Definitely recommend to people who kind of want to be introduced to like classic noir films, or like Bogey and Bacall, like their relationship, their kind of chemistry. It was fantastic, guys. Fantastic noir film for a Noirvember fusion series. To those of you who recommended it, thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to become an official MWMer, then please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you would like to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon. There is where I also host my bi-weekly MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 5 p.m. Arizona time, we come together and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. I also have some Patreon-only reactions on Patreon as well. And also, I do have a few flick pick polls up for us. We are actually choosing our Christmas films, so if you want to get in on that action, then please check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In the next video, we are going to be continuing our Noirvember fusion series by watching the 1944 film Gaslight. I am so excited to watch this film. I have waited so long to finally feast my eyes on Gaslight. If you have not seen Gaslight, then please check it out before watching the reaction. And I have also provided links of where I bought my physical copy, as well as where you can stream it online. Please reach out to me on social media, on Facebook and Twitter, or X, at Movies with Mia, and on Instagram and TikTok at movieswithmia_. If social media is not your jam, fear not. I do have an email. My email is miawilliams642@gmail.com. And while you're online, why not check out my LetterBoxd account, where I have a record of all of the films we've reacted to on the channel, and it is under the handle at Mamma Mia Tiffany. And with that, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe and healthy, especially this holiday season. And I will see you, boo, in the next video. Bye, everyone. After the success of their first film, sorry guys, my dogs are like, they're crying. So principal photography, I keep saying photography. I don't know why there's an ER there. It's photography, not photography. But he did, oh, my thing. Oh no, it's dying. Okay, I have to change out my camera. I'll be back. During this time, Bogey was beginning the process of ending his tumultuous relationship. That's what my brain wants to say. As well as where you can stream it down online. That was all wrong. And that does it for this video. Guys, thank you. I think I already say that. And with that being said, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Please stay safe and healthy this season, this holiday season. And with that, that's all I've got. So without further ado, I'm trying to change things up, okay? I'm trying to fill things out. And that is a wrap for all of the intros and outros. Thank you and you're welcome. Bye.